post-game show with Coach Mark Medley and field reporter John Bryant. Brought to you by Gregg Brothers Car Wash, Jim Goodall, County Clerk, by Texas Boot USU, Youth Reach, College Street Church of Christ, Burr's Barbecue, and by Fraser Brown Insurance.
Time now for the Mark Medley post-game show. Obviously a drained Coach Mark Medley of the Blue Devils and our post-game host, John Bryant.
Thank you, Tommy. Down here on the field on the 50-yard line with head coach Mark Medley for the Mark Medley post-game show. I am your host, John Bryant. And, Coach, you're 2-0 in overtime as the LHS football head coach.
I tell you, those overtimes they'll make an old man out of you, John. You know, the thing I guess I'm most proud of is the look our kids had in their eye. Our offensive football team, when we were in overtime, you know, Coach, you know, give me the ball or run behind me, and we're going to get the job done. And, you know, I think we go back and looked at it. We moved the football pretty good all night.
Coach, the last two offensive drives, one for 80-some-odd yards and a touchdown. We're driving the ball down the field, moving it good, running over the Warren County defense, and then a fumbleitis.
Oh, yeah. You know, you just gotta do a better job of wrapping the football up. I don't know where they made a good play on the football, or Tony didn't have it wrapped. But of course, football came squirting free, and you know, we're just fortunate they didn't pick it up. They did fall on it.
Coach, defensive play and even offensive play on Mo Thompson. I had 4 interceptions and the tackle of the night.
Yeah, you know, Mo made a big play over there. I thought he was going to score on the last play of the game, but the guy made a saving tackle there close. Mo had a big night here for us.
Coach, with the win here tonight, a tough win against a pumped-up Warren County team that basically secures us a place in the playoffs, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You know, that's what we're after. You know, you make the mistakes we made in the kicking game, we let those guys back in, and I'm not sure they were pumped up until we pumped them up. You know, we come out and going to have relatively good field position, and the ball's kicked short, and we just don't find it and get away from it, and they get the football back, and then we come back out the next time, and I probably panicked a little with play calling and went long a time or two and put us in a punting situation, and we just dropped the punt and just dropped the snap. There's nothing wrong with the snap. We anticipate a rush coming, and we just mishandled the snap, and then we're in shell shocked, and it looks like the first play we just don't react, and they're in our end zone. But I was awfully proud of the way our guys came back and moved the football on the drive after that, and then of course Warren County makes some big plays. We get a 15-yard face mask down here and keep their drive alive. And you know, we're just fortunate to come out here with a win, I guess, John.
Coach, one question that we all were asking was that the toss of the coin at the beginning of the game, they won the toss and elected to defer, and then we kicked off twice.
You know, we just botched it. You know, we tell our guys what to do. We tell them if they defer, we've got to take football. And we go out there and the coin toss takes place, and they defer like they're supposed to, or like we anticipate they're going to. And all of a sudden, one of our captains speaks up and tells them we want to kick this way. And you know, it's
decisions made.
It's too late then. But you know, both times we kicked off to start each half, they started inside their own 15, so it didn't work out that bad. We just let them out of the hole.
Coach, our kickoff return team had a good night tonight, really getting some good returns on the kickoffs.
Yeah, I thought Jade was gonna bust one of those, and then the last one we had when they kicked it short, you know, Luke did a good job of covering up the football and made a good run and give us a decent field position. And I think that's the drive that we fumbled down there and laid it on the ground.
Looking ahead to next week, Riverdale coming into town. Got to have a good week of practice.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those situations where we got to have a heck of a week of practice. And, and go out and play the best football we know how to play. Riverdale's a quality opponent and a lot of speed. They're going to propose a lot of problems for us.
Coach, congratulations on a Region 4 5A victory, also securing you a place in the playoffs. Good game. Nobody hurt?
I don't know. He got Kevin Hasty got a hard lick down here and complaining with his hip maybe. Other than that, I think we're okay.
Closing comments.
Well, we last year we were in a very big ball game with Riverdale, and a breakdown in the kicking game broke that game wide open, and they named their score. This week, you know, we're just going to prepare hard, and we want the people of Lebanon to come out and support this football team next Friday night.
Thank you, Coach, for your time. Once again, this has been the Mark Medley post-game show. Thank you for our sponsors. We'll go take it back up to you, Terry, for the post-game stats.
Thank you, John. This is Terry Stafford with the final stats of tonight's ball game. Lebanon defeats Warren County 27-20 in overtime. Let's recap the scoring. Lebanon got on the board first, 3:56 left in the first quarter. Steve Rose, a 2-yard touchdown plunge. Lebanon going 69 yards in 6 plays. The extra point was no good, and at the end of the first quarter, Lebanon led 6-0. Lebanon got on the board in the second quarter, 2:07 left in the second quarter. Steve Rose, his second touchdown of the night, another 2-yard run as Lebanon went 35 yards in 8 plays. Lebanon decided to go for 2. Jade Sellers ran in the 2-point conversion, and at halftime, Lebanon led 14-0. In the third quarter, Warren County got on the board, 6:31 left in the third. T.J. Christian, a 13-yard run as Warren County goes 24 yards in 4 plays. Ray Renterra added the extra point. It was 14-7. Then Warren County, taking advantage of a Lebanon fumble, scores again. 4:48 left in the third quarter. Cam Reagan, a 25-yard run, 1 play, 25-yard drive. The extra point was blocked, and Lebanon led at that point 14-13. Lebanon got on the board in the third quarter with only 7 seconds left. Steve Rose, his third touchdown of the night, as Lebanon goes 81 yards in 9 plays. Once again, the extra point was no good, and Lebanon led 20-13. The only scoring in the fourth quarter, Warren County 4:29 left. Reagan with his second touchdown, a 3-yard run, as Warren County goes 78 yards in 14 plays. Renterra with the all-important extra point, and at the end of regulation, it was 20-20. We had another coin toss. Lebanon got on offense first. They score in the overtime. Charles Moss ran it in from 5 yards away. Triplett added the extra point. Lebanon led 27-20. Warren County had the ball, ran 4 downs, were stopped at the 1, and that was our final as Lebanon defeated Warren County 27-20. Taking a look at the stats, Warren County 35 carries, 105 yards, passing 132 yards on 12 of 24 passing, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 237 total yards for Warren County. 14 first downs for Warren County, 5 rushing, 7 passing, and 2 by penalties. Turnovers, they had 3 turnovers. All of those were interceptions. Penalties, 2 penalties for 15 yards. Individually for Warren County, their leading rusher, Cam Reagan, 11 carries for 70 yards. They had 35 carries for 105 yardage on the ground. Once again, passing tonight, Elrod was 12 of 24, 132 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 132 through the air, 105 on the ground, 237 total yards for Warren County. For Lebanon tonight, 27 carries, 164 yards on the ground tonight, passing 137 yards through the air as Triplett was 7 of 11 tonight. No touchdowns, no interceptions. 301 total yards for Lebanon. Lebanon also with 14 first downs, 8 rushing, 6 passing. Turnovers, Lebanon turned the ball over 3 times tonight. All of those were fumbles. Penalties, Lebanon 5 penalties for 55 yards. Individually for Lebanon, Triplett 1 carry for 1 yard. Steve Rose 9 carries, 37 yards. He also had 3 touchdowns. Charles Moss 11 carries, 89 yards. Jade Sellers 2 carries for 11, and Tony Cantrell 4 for 26. That's 27 carries, 164 yards for Lebanon. Triplett tonight 7 of 11, 137 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. That's 137 through the air, 164 on the ground, 301 total yards for Lebanon. Lebanon tonight advances to 7-1, 5-1 in the region, securing a berth in the playoffs tonight as Lebanon has defeated Warren County in overtime 27-20.
Well, folks, we were a little late getting on because of the length of the Watertown-Monterey game. If you've hung with us this far, you have seen one heck of a football game. You've heard one heck of a football game. Lebanon defeats Warren County 27-20. What a finish. For Terry Stafford, Bruce Skeen, John Bryan down on the field, Dwight Phillips, Jonathan Richardson, I'm Tommy Bryan. We'll see you next time.